Please be seated. Scriptures this morning quite obviously have a lot to do with faith. But one question that sort of came to me as I was looking at this, when James said, faith without works is dead. First, how can faith be dead? I'm just wondering that. James says it, so I believe it's the situation. How can dead faith be dead? Faith is dead when it is not expressed. Love is dead if it is not expressed. Think the expression of love is giving. God so loved the world that He gave. When we give, we are expressing the love of God that is within us. If we're not giving, it's a sign that there's a severe love depletion in our hearts and in our spirits. Because love expresses itself through giving. If there's no giving, it's probably an indication that there's no love. That's what Jesus said, where your treasure is, there your heart will be. Again, He ties together giving, the treasure, and love. Because we're talking about the heart, we're talking about the things we're passionate about, the things we love. So what is the expression of faith? If giving is the expression of love, what's the expression of faith? James uses the word works. Faith, faith without works is dead. You have to have works, and that is the expression of faith. And I think so. But Habakkuk puts it in another way. Same thought the other way. Another way, he says, the righteous shall live by his faith. I believe the expression of faith is living. If we choose to live life the way God intended it to be lived, the way He's revealed it to be lived, that's faith. We reveal our faith through the life that we live. I believe that the rich man did not have faith. That was his thing. Obviously, he didn't have much love because he didn't give to Lazarus. And it's not that the rich man didn't know Lazarus was there. The rich man called Lazarus by name. He said, Abraham, send Lazarus to me. He knew Lazarus, even by name. But he didn't give him anything to help him because there was no love. Love did not express itself through giving because love wasn't there. And I believe that the rich man also did not have faith because he did not express that faith through life. I don't believe that he believed there was a resurrection. I don't think he believed in life after death. Many Jewish people at that time did not. The Sadducees, it says, they believe there's no resurrection. And so, I believe the rich man was one of those. Because it was only after he went to the other world and saw with his eyes Abraham and Lazarus afar off. Only after he saw the great gulf between them. And only after he felt the torment and agony. Only then did he believe. He didn't have faith to believe in the resurrection when he was alive. It was only what he saw with his eyes when he went through that time and place of resurrection. For himself, a resurrection of agony. So Lazarus had no faith because, as I said, he didn't live the life that the prophets had taught. There were prophets that said, what's important? Do justly, love mercy, walk humbly with your God. Compassion and humility. These are the important things. Different prophets had taught already what he should be doing. He didn't believe. He said, I'm just living here now, best life I can live, and be as happy as I can, show how rich I am, flaunt my money around, enjoying things with my brothers. But he didn't see, so he didn't believe. Once he saw, he believed. Suddenly he's concerned about his brothers. Oh, I have 5 brothers. Don't let them come to this place. It's only because he saw. When he didn't see, he didn't have that caring. He didn't have that action in his life. It's like it says in Galatians 2:21, a portion of it there, which we quote a lot of times. The life we live by faith. It's the living that expresses our faith. Faith is the expression of living, and part of living is the works that we do. It's not that all of it, but it's part of it. And as James said, if you don't have that expression of faith, that portion which is works, your faith is dead. It doesn't exist because it's not being expressed. Anything that we think we have, if we're not expressing it, we might be fooled. We might be surprised sometime. If we say we have love, we have to express that love through giving. That's why when the patriarch says yesterday and Saturday, we're going to have to come to a time of giving to make this building happen. If we have love, not a problem. If we are called to walk in things that we don't see the final goal except through the eyes of faith, no problem. Because if we have faith, we can live the life that God calls us to live by faith in the Son of God. Because it's that living that is the expression of the faith that God gave us. Even that faith comes to pass through love. As Galatians 5:6 says, faith works through love. It's through that love that God has given us, expressing itself through giving. Giving is a vital part of the life of faith. If we don't have that, then what's that? The faith which we claim, which we hold on to, it's not really even alive. James says it very boldly. If we're not expressing it, if it's not seen in our lives, if we're not living the life, then it's not really faith. It's a game. It's something we do to please ourselves. Like the life of Lazarus. Just live to please him, or excuse me, the rich man. Live to please himself. And in that, he lost eternity. That's what he did. And so, it's a challenge this morning. If we really love, we express through giving. If we really have faith, we express through living. The life we live by faith in the Son of God. Dead faith is no good to anyone. Faith must be lived. Faith must be walked in. And this is what James and Luke and Habakkuk speak to us very strongly this morning. The righteous shall live by his faith. So let's live by faith and express that faith through the lives that we live. You stand.